and I comes up every Saturdays as from 1 to 2 p.m. And we aim, of course, to make our world a better place for you listening to us and to me here in the studio. And as I mentioned earlier, we will be talking on career and business. So all the women and the men, at the food market, the main market, the Tarinkon market, the Muachu market, everywhere in Bamenda, please stay keen because there's so much in store for you today. And to all those that are pursuing one career or the other, this program is also for you, so do not touch that dial. Okay, I'm in the studio with Professor Akisa. Good afternoon to you, Prof. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mireille. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you to have this moment of intellectual interaction. And I'm so happy, especially as we connected on social media.
Yeah.
Today we are here discussing in the studio.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to urge our listeners to stay tuned as we are going to be digesting the topic career and business development. And of course, everybody out there is either a career professional or is doing a business.
That's right.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, people meet everywhere. And as he mentioned, we met on social media and we got talking. And I invited him, to come pour, educate our listeners on career and, of course, on business. So you will be getting that in a short while. Meanwhile, let's find out from Professor Akisa. Who is Prof. Akisa?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that question. Mireille, you see, Professor Akisa is not the type of professor that you think is out there. Maybe, when I talk about Professor Akisa or you hear that word professor, you start seeing an old guy or an old man with beard all over. You understand the impression that
No,
people
he's
have
not
when they
old.
yes.
To you listening to us.
The impression that people always have when
Yeah.
you talk about professor and all that. I am actually a personal development professor, a young guy who decided to embrace my dream as a creative thinker and someone who want to bring about new form of education in order to help young people to be able to build up serve their career and succeed in this new economy. There's a very big problem with our education system now, and so it is very necessary for us to start embracing what is needed as education in order to succeed in this very economy. So this professor thing is coming because I have built an entire education system, an academy, which is designed to help young people to be able to do what? To be able to learn how to think, educate themselves accordingly, and be able to build up their career and succeed accordingly. Not more depending on the old system, which is all about job, job, job. Yes, that is why Professor Akisa, I train a lot of students in and out of Cameroon when it comes to building career and businesses. I'm a certified human resource professional, certified management consultant, holder of MBA. I have a lot of certification that I cannot start bothering you about right here. So it is all this guy that you are seeing seated here. That is me, and it is all because I embrace my dream of deciding to help people. I understood that there's a problem when it comes to succeeding in life. There's a lot of problem with education, and if we really want to succeed, we must understand the right education. And so that is me. That's what I'm doing with young people, and even the old people are instead even embracing what I'm teaching more than some of the young people that I intended to, to transform their mind. So that is what I've been doing for the past 7 years. Yes, building careers, building professionals, building business owners in order for them to really make it out in real life. I always talk about the fact that there's a difference between succeeding on paper and succeeding on real life, and even succeeding on social media.
Yeah.
There is there is a form of success that is always on social media. Yeah, you see a lot of people that, especially young people now, you see them shining on social media and all that, but when you get to meet them in person, they are not really who they think they are, or who they are
Or who
expressing.
they are
Yes,
portraying out,
yes.
yeah.
That is not really the type of success that I always wonder when you talk about success, and it should not also be on paper, like we talk about all this certification, but when you get to me, maybe it's worthless. But I want a situation where when I talk about someone succeeding, it should be a real life success. You have those things that you are talking about. If you talk about the fact that you are making money in business, you should be making money in business. If you talk about the fact that you can educate people accordingly, you should be able to do that. So that is the type of success that I really, really desire that our generation, they should acquire, they should achieve that type of success, not more success on paper or social media.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Professor Akisa. And if I can summarize what he has said, he helps the young and the old, to be self-employed
Exactly.
and to succeed well and not certificate. You can pile up certificates and you have nothing to show for it.
That's right.
You get? So he is in charge of guiding young people, guiding old people to make use of what they have in order to succeed. Right?
Thank you very much. Yeah, you
Okay,
get
so
it.
ladies and gentlemen, that's what we'll be dwelling on today. To actually find out from him, he's going to give us some of the knowledge how to succeed as a career person or to succeed as a businessman. What does it take?
Okay, thank you very much. I would like us to begin with career
Okay.
as a career professional. Um, what I would like us first of all to know is that um, success, like I said, in this very economy where we are, is different from the economy of the 1950s. We are in a very new economy where you need to change your entire mindset and the skill set before you can make it in an economy like this. So, in order to first of all build your career, first of all, I want to let you to know that a career is a profession. A career is a profession, and a profession is a calling, someone calling. So if you make a mistake from the beginning by not engaging in the right career, the one that aligns with your calling, you are going to have a very big problem building a professional career. Now, if we are talking about the fact that a career is a profession and a profession should be a calling, it have to be that you are building in line with the nature of who you are, which have to do with your purpose in life. Your career is supposed to be developed from your purpose in life. Now, when we talk about a career, some people always think that it is all about a job, maybe being employed or all that. But you can actually build up a career that is in a domain of working as a worker in an industry, and you can actually be a career that you grow up and then you actually employ yourself. So you can, like I always say, a career can be a job that you are doing. So there's no problem being someone that you build up your career and if you are being employed, right? There's something that's very wrong out there today, and people are just taking a job as if it's a problem. People have a certain mentality about a job now that they are discouraging people from maybe even going into building your career, and at the end of the day, people employ you and you work. No, there's no problem building your career that align with you as a worker. The only problem is, does your career align with
Your calling.
Coco, your calling in life, your purpose in life? If your career align with your purpose in life, you are good to go. You can actually build your career, and then you are employed. There's no problem. Now, you can also build your career. Let's talk about your career as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are those that employ themselves. You can build up your career in that line where you actually grow up, then you serve yourself and you serve others. Your career, now you build a career as an entrepreneur. I don't always advise people to even go into building a career just from the beginning as an entrepreneur, because it's a whole very difficult process. And when you engage immediately as an entrepreneur, you are going to have a very big problem, because the process of building your career as an entrepreneur is start with even you building from just as a worker from the beginning. Maybe you just have to start from that original level of understanding even how to work for someone in an industry and all that before you transform yourself into an entrepreneur. Now, I want to also cancel that mindset that is out there where people are just like telling you that just be your own boss, right? Go about, don't listen to what is out there. They tell you how it is easy to just make it.
Motivational
Yes,
speakers.
to just make it. They just tell you be your own boss. You know, there's a business that we can just tell you and you grow now and be your own boss. That is a very big problem that people have out there. They just condemn the aspect of job, tell you how much you can just go out there and just be your own boss, right? It's a big problem. Now, build your career gradually, starting from the little skill, or let's just talk about the little talent that you have. Are you getting that? Start with a talent, maybe naturally gifted something that you have. If you are naturally gifted in just, let's just say, even doing plaiting hair, you can build an entire professional career in that sector. You start with looking into yourself. You work on yourself. You look at yourself. Get back to yourself.
What you're best at
what
doing.
you are best at doing, right?
Okay.
When you start figuring out what is it that I am really good at doing, right? This is the beginning. This is how you start. And somehow, when you get back to yourself, you will realize that there is something that you are passionate about in this life. Something that when you are doing, you feel so fulfilled.
Yeah.
Right? You can also build a career from there. You start from there. You see, we have been confused by the education system, the school system in such a way that they don't even, our parents don't even allow the children out there to even exercise their talent or the passion that they have, because they might think that these things are not accepted in the school system. They just believe that the school system is everything, that we just need to follow by that system. No. When you get back to just looking at yourself, the passion that you have about doing something, then work on that little, because you have to transform that passion, that talent. You transform it into a skill, right? You know, being talented doesn't mean that you are qualified to use that talent in order to make money or to just become a career professional with that talent. To be talented, you are just naturally talented for the moment, but you need to work on that talent and transform it into a skill. When you have a skill, it means that you are capable of doing something in order to serve someone, or serve your community, or do something for someone to be able to see it and appreciate. Right? Now, that is how you start building your career. From that natural talent, gifted talent that you have, you grow it to a skill. You work on it and you grow it to a skill. When you are a very skillful person, you are going to be able to use your skill to serve. You see, service is the only thing that you can do before you command price out there, right? Before they are going to be able to pay you. No one will pay you when you are not really capable of serving them or doing something in order for them to be satisfied with you and they pay you. So you transform your talent to a skill, and then you use your skill to be able to serve. Now, at the level of being skillful, it is still not really enough, right? What I want you to do is to work on your skill again to become an expert in that particular field of what you are doing. There is, and those that are expert, we are talking about professionals. These are those that are so good at what they do in such a way that they don't resist their offer. All right. When you go to the market, there are products that are so beautiful, that are so good that when they offer it out there for you to buy, you don't resist. You are okay with the price, right? those type of products are designed by professionals, by experts, not just people that are skillful. People that are skillful, you can do something actually at a certain level, but at a certain level, you cannot really produce something that's irresistible in the society. So you work on that, and then you get to a level where you're a professional. So what does it take to all this working on that? It's all about learning to improve yourself and improve that particular skill. If you are someone that you are good at, let's say you are talented in football, you know how to play football for the moment, but you need to work on that football talent to become very skillful. Now, when you work on being skillful, it is all, and then you're about practicing, right? That is what you do. You don't just think that what you have naturally will be enough. You have to constantly practice, learn, practice. And then when you get to a level where you're a professional, you cannot be resisted, right? That is the roadmap of building a career. So naturally, we are talking about that career where you build from your skill or from the talent. That's where it starts. Now, you can actually build a career also from, let's just say, the education that is offered to you in school, right? Just for example, a career as a journalist, right? You learn from school, right? And then you use that particular skill. Now, you have to also see that what you obtain in school is not really focused on skill. Most of the time, the training that is given in school is just a general knowledge about what you are supposed to do. That's why people need to, even after graduation, even as a journalist, because there are journalists out there that are graduate, but they don't even know what to do. They don't, because they are not yet skillful in what they are doing. No one have recognized them.
Or maybe it was not their passion.
Yes.
In the first place.
That is why you don't have to do it if it is not your passion. Now, if you are someone that actually started your school based on your passion, you don't have a problem. But you have to follow that passion, and when you follow that particular passion, you need to know that you have to also to build that particular career to become successful. Don't think that you are just going to, after graduation from school, that's enough. Even with that passion and all that, you have to, after graduation and all that, you start seeing how you can be very skillful in the field, right? That is how you build a good profession. As a career professional expert, if you want to be, after that, after school, start focusing on really being skillful. Start focusing on really understanding the concept and what you have to do as a journalist, for example, right? Now, when you build and you start actually being skillful, there's something called selling. Okay, it is in line with business and in line even with career. One thing that people feel so badly out there is because some of them are even good. You are good, but at the end of the day, no one knows, right? If you are good, you have the skill, you have to sell the skill. Selling will come to place. You have to sell. Selling have to do with telling the world that this is what I have and this is what I can do. This is what I'm capable of. If you are skillful and no one knows, you will still remain in the dark. We have a very big problem with people graduating and they just stay out there thinking that they are just supposed to be employed.
Maybe you graduate as maybe an accountant.
Yes.
And then you are nowhere to be found in the accounting field.
Exactly. That is what I'm talking about. You must learn how to sell your skill, right? That's why we don't have to totally depend only on the government or just think that when you graduate, you are just going to maybe just put your file somewhere and they are going to employ you. It is not going to be possible. What you have to do is try to start seeing how you can
practicalize it.
Exactly. Let people first recognize what you are doing, right? I have an entire program. Let's just talk about my Dare TV show for the moment, which is an example that I want to. It is a platform where we bring people on board to talk about their business and all that. And on that platform, I always welcome young talent. I mean, even graduates from the university, we still help them to be able to, maybe if you just want to start, if you are a journalist and you start hosting, there you are now selling yourself. By, by doing so, the world will start seeing that this is a skillful person. Now, when you build a profile, right, people always like to see someone with a profile or a portfolio a little bit before they can employ you. They can buy your idea or buy your skill. That is how you do it. You don't just go after graduation, you are in the dark. You have to look for platform, you look for a way to position yourself out there for the world to see you. We have social media today, which is one of the best platforms for you to sell yourself.
That's
now,
right.
we met on social media, right? It is only because I managed to use the social media in order to sell myself so well that you are capable of seeing, right? That is what I'm talking about. You don't just allow that skill. Don't you think that even with the skill that you learn in school, whatever it is, if you get out there on social media, let's just say on social media, on you just your social media timeline, focus on talking about what you've learned and how it can help. If you focus on constantly talking about that, there's no way you will not see someone coming. They will not even, you will not even go after people, looking or after someone telling you, or after putting your maybe your document out there. People will now be the one to come. That is how you build a career to a level where you are going to be irresistible. They are going to come after you. All right.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Akisa. You know, he has said quite a lot. And what I grabbed so far, you cannot be doing what is not your passion.
Right.
When you don't have passion for something, you can never do it effectively. You know, maybe you have passion to be a driver,
Yes.
I don't know, and then you find yourself doing welding.
That is very difficult.
So yeah, so you see that it doesn't work at all. Maybe you have passion to be a designer and then you see yourself in the music industry.
Good. It's too difficult.
Though it can relate, because as a musician, you kind of need designs,
Yes.
you know, to boost up your career somehow.
Yeah.
But that's not the main thing,
Yes, not
you
the
know.
main
So in anything that you're doing, be sure that you have passion for it. If not, you can never give it your best, and that's why many people complain when they are doing like white collar jobs. You know, it burdens them to go to work every day. You know,
Yes.
and stay for long hours, because the passion, first of all, is
It's
not
not
there.
there. That's right.
So in anything you're doing, be sure that you have passion for it. You will give it your best, and you will be good at it. And also, you need to sell. After being good, after you grab the skills, after you're now a professional, you need to sell out yourself. If you
That's
don't
right.
sell yourself out, the world will not know you. And if the world doesn't know you, you will not be bought.
Right.
Now, one person told me some time ago that this world that we live in, we have many problems. It's a world of many problems.
Yes.
And if you find yourself being a solution to a problem, you will be greatly paid. You know, you will be greatly rewarded.
That's
So
true.
in all that you do, you know, conceive yourself to solve a particular issue. If you're ready to do that, or if you're able to do that, then be sure money and wealth will come looking for you, not you rushing after them.
Exactly.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite a very lovely day and a beautiful package, very heavy, here with Professor Akisa. I think we should catch our breath here. When we come back, of course, we'll still be on the program, My Word and I.